Hello. Today's tutorial is going to be showing you all how to do roof numbers on any vehicle that you want. Now these roof numbers are going to be based off of the 3-unit roof number system. So this is specifically for my community, so we use 3 numbers for our unit numbers. So for example, mine is going to be 388 and it's going to be set up here. Okay, first and foremost, what you're going to want to do is you're gonna want to go into your template and you're gonna set unit number, you're gonna set the numbers up. So this is, I've already done it. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's the 10 numbers that you need to set the system up. If you're gonna do letters or whatever, so say 3 Charlie whatever, which I know is part of DOJ's, you might have a bit more difficulty doing this because of limited template space. And there's another method to do that, which I will probably do in another video. I just don't really have any use for it right now, so there's no point in me doing it. Um, this is also here. I will do a tutorial on how to template things, which will explain this. But this vehicle is going to have a shield model in it, which is also going to be changeable depending on the department, so that's why this is here. So after you do that, you're going to obviously want to put it into your Zmodeler file. Why do I have the charge sign here? Oh, I know why I have it. It's not supposed to be here, don't worry. Um, so yeah, import it into your Zmodeler file. And just before I forget, delete that. Okay, so this is going to be set up using mod kits. So I will show you the dummies that are needed for the mod kits. This is just one of them. You're going to need a crap ton, but you can just copy and paste them. So these are the necessary settings for them, and they're going to be reset to world. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do to start this off is you're going to want to make a copy of your body shell, which has the roof. So just create a copy, and I will remove this from the hierarchy just for the sake of it. So I will uncompound it because I'm going to be working with L0, and then I will go in and manually load it later because it's easier that way for me. And you're going to want to delete stuff that you don't want in your unit number. So this whole area, and I'll make my life easier by detaching the paint because there's multiple materials and just deleting everything else. Anyway, you're gonna go ahead and now set it up the way you want to set it up, like however much space you want them to take up on your vehicle and the location that you want them to be at. Again, this is a specific vehicle I'm doing for my community with specific outlines into requirements, so that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Be mindful of what you delete, because if you delete something that you don't want to delete, you're going to have to redo the whole process again, and it's going to be a whole fucking pain in your ass. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. You don't want to do it. Now, I want to go ahead and remove these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole thing and scale it up by 100%. And then I'm going to go ahead and select my polygons, and I'm going to go to my cutting tool, and I'm just going to cut them right there. Right there. I don't want to cut the rest of the roof. Right there, perfect. Now you won't be able to tell how it's cut when it's scaled back down. And just scale it back down to a certain size. So remove the 2 zeros you added. Nice and beautiful like that. Fit. Alright, next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take it and move it up just a little bit so it doesn't clip with the roof. And I will do that just like so. just a little bit. Alright, now I don't want to do this back here where the shark fin is, so I'm just going to remove this area, and my numbers are going to be, actually, I will scale it back up. I might not even need to scale it back up. I will cut it, and I just want them right in front of the shark fin, so like right here. Perfect. And then just delete this area. Now, sometimes when you cut things like that, it messes with the normals, so just be careful. If it does mess with your normals, then you're going to have to go and manually fix them. Or use a different program to cut, obviously. That's also a option. So, now I'm separating them into 3 pieces, just like this. And I shouldn't have separated them just yet because I want to cut them again. Up here. Up here. Yeah, up here. Okay. Now, they are in 3 pieces. You have your left, your right, and your left, your middle, and your right. And I'm just going to give them a quick reset world just in case if they aren't, because they need to be. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to edit their UV. Obviously, it's going to be on the channel 2, because it's a livery, or a paint scheme, whatever you want to call it. I will rotate these to be the correct orientation. Where is it? Here. And I'm just going to confirm I rotated them the wrong way around. Of course I did. Okay. And obviously the numbers are very small, so we're going to scale down to a size that looks pretty decent, which is like that, I think. Actually, I'll scale it up just a little bit. Perfect. I will quickly Georgie Explorer, I will quickly ensure that this isn't in the wrong place. You'll see what I mean. PIU sign. Yeah, so it's not clipping with any of the doors or whatever, because that would be a bigger issue. And then I'm going to go ahead and just move these over top, try and get them about the same place. Just to make our life easier. Now, I don't like how close they are, so I will scale them up a bit more, just so we have a bit more spacing. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to do this. This is going to have to be done by eye per unit number per car, which is a big pain, but you know, it's worth it when you use it in game. It really is. It looks so good. I will cut it a bit more up here, and hopefully this doesn't mess with anything. The reason I cut it is just so we don't have any issues with normals or anything. Because this does slightly reflect differently, but it's not the end of the world. Keep hold mapping, as you can see, it's fine. So this is the 0. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move the middle into the middle, the left into the left, and the right into the right. And just once more, reset them to world. Perfect, and I will copy this name that you have in your root, paste it here, and .ng. Again, copy, paste, .ng. It's not .ng, it's underscore .ng. I'm sorry. underscore ng and Excel underscore ng. I'm going to give it a quick save. All right, so after that, you're going to want to create a copy of this, including the dummies. Create a copy, and these are going to be named. So you change the 0 to 1, 1, and 1. Obviously, this is going to be the number 1, and it has to be the same in the mesh file. Perfect. So we'll untick zeros, refresh our UV map, and we go back to the generate, the UV, and we'll move this over the number 1. So what I like to do is I like to compare how they look. How they look. So I will leave one of the ones. We'll leave the leftmost one, and I will tick the center 0. Do they look about the same? Well, I can't tell because of the reflection, but I think so. I want to move the ones a bit further to the left on the UV, but to the right here. And there's one more way you can tell. If you go here, if you add textures to it, and flat shaded, no, semi-transparent and flat shaded. There's a way to do it. I forget the way, but I don't see a need for it to do it here. I just prefer to do it under the user. Okay, now you have the ones. Just unselect these and retick the ones, and again create another copy of them and name these 2, 2, 2, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. And again, we refresh our UV mapper so we don't have the ones in the way. We remap, go back to here, and we will move the 2 to where it's supposed to be. Or at least to where I think it looks good, which is about here. And I will again check with 0, which is about where I want it to be. And we'll check again with 1, and it is, I want it to be like there. Perfect. Now just make sure you get them level, because otherwise it'll look shit when you have them next to each other. And you will go through and do this all the way up to 9. Now I will cut the video because it's a pain in the ass to get them done all the way up to 9, and it takes a long time, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and this is actually going to be used, so I will resume this video when we get to number 9. Okay, so in the meanwhile, whilst I cut the video, I've gone up and created all the numbers up to 9, and I've LOD'd them up to 8, so I will just show you how to LOD the number 9. It's the exact same process for everything. Yes, it looks weird right now. Don't worry about it. You'll see why it looks weird. So, you take your L0, you convert it to compound, you lock it, put your L1, L2, L3. Obviously, if you're not doing LODs, then that's on you. I always do LODs, and I always optimize my LODs. That's why you can see up here, like L3, they're kind of fucked. But you won't really be able to tell from a distance anyway, because it's going to be the exact same as the roof. Oh shit. And L3. Perfect. L0, L1, L2, L3. Wonderful. So you have everything from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3. You get it. I will reset my views now. Now, I've gone through and checked everything that is fine, but I will, you'll also test it in game, and if you need to come back and edit stuff, you can. My vehicle isn't completely done. As you can see, I have other things here, but these don't matter right now. I will just export the unit numbers to show you. So, file, export. Actually, first I'm going to go ahead and copy this. So these are the mod kits. So you can see that, and then underscore ng, which is a mesh inside it from L0 to L3. File, export. I'm going to go ahead and into my file. Where is my file? Here, here, exports, and I will create a new file called units. I do this for organization because it's going to be 30 mod kits, and it's a lot fucking easier to have everything in here. So, paste that, and just hit export. Huh. So, you see this error? I'm going to go ahead and fix this, because I don't like having errors in my cars. And I'm just going to go ahead and go generic, and paint 3. Wonderful. And I will re-export it. And no errors. Now, I will right quick go and delete this back file, because there's no point to back it if it's already exported. So, L0, L1, L2, and you have to do this manually for all of them, and it's a bit of a pain. Like I said, it's worth it, but it's tedious. It's not difficult, but it's very frustrating, especially if you make a mistake and you have to redo it all over again. That is where you want to contemplate why you do this job, or you do this hobby, or whatever this is for you. Obviously for me it's a hobby, but you know, it's time consuming obviously, and it's worth it when you get to use your things, and it's, you know, you get to drive things you made around and say, you know, I did this, and you know, special features that it has and whatnot. Sometimes it does that when you are too fast. Just, it has 6? Okay. 7. 8. And 9. And finally, we will go to R, which is the right. R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, R8, and R9. And save it again, and I will just make sure, select everything, 30 items, perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up the vehicle right quick because I don't have it exported. I will set up the YTD, and I will be right back to show you how to set up the metas. Okay, we are back in the metas. So I already have my unit numbers here preset from a charger, but I will go through and explain what each thing does and how I set it up and why I set it up the way it is. So if you haven't ever done mod kits before, this right here is the name of your mod kits. It must be this a number, whatever number, underscore, whatever you want to call it, underscore mod kit. And this, if you want the mod kit to work, is you're gonna have to go into car variations and be pasted underscore in the kit section right here. So where it says, usually says 0 underscore default underscore mod kit, just paste this. Obviously this is GM's Metas pretty much. Except the car calls. I've used his light settings and just used the rest of mine. Whatever. So this kit name, whatever number this is, also has to be the kit ID. If this is not the same number, this will not work. So keep that in mind. Now, you remember when we exported our unit numbers, how it's K9EXPL underscore num underscore L underscore 0 and so on. This is going to be put right here in the model name. So I will just quickly Control F char underscore N because I have other mod kits here. And this is going to be changed with EXK9EXPL underscore N. So whatever is under after the underscore here has to be here. And then if you just go ahead and you see, it's the same, and I will just replace for all. Right. So for all my left sections, I have it VMT underscore spoiler. If I can find the link to all of the kit things that you can do, I will include it in the description. If I cannot, I'm super sorry. Good luck. So you see all of the L, so my left are VMT spoiler from 0 until 9. My middle are VMT skirt, so it will have a different section in the mod menu that you can change the middle, obviously. And then my right is VMT roof for all of them. Now you see where it says the bone here? Make sure this is chassis. If this is not chassis, you will have other issues because of where I had you reset to world. So it's going off the center location in Zmodeler. If it's on a door or something that swings or whatever, the bone is going to have to be changed to whatever the bone name is. So say it's on the trunk, you will change this to boot because that's what it's called in Zmodeler. And you must make sure that your dummies are reset to parent off of the rotation axes of the boot. Make sure you do that, otherwise it will not work correctly. The rest of this doesn't really affect anything. Turn off extra no, allow bonus slide yes, because if you disable it, it's going to be kind of weird. This whole thing, don't fuck with anything else. I will try and include everything and I am in TeamSpeak, so I'm sorry about that if you heard it. But I will try and include everything in the description. These are not needed right now, so I will remove them and I'll add them. Actually, I won't remove them because I'll need them later, but you don't need them for what you're gonna do, so I will just remove this that I don't need and just leave this. I will add a seat organizer at some point. XPL. Wonderful. So the rest of this is just going to be standard. This I will include, definitely. Um, this is just so you can change horns, change rims, whatever. It's not broken. And then obviously you have your lights after your kits, and then your sirens, which is the standard shit. So I will quickly start my server, and we will see you back in the server. Alright, we are finally in game. I spent like 3 hours trying to fix something, thinking I messed up in one of the metas, but it's one of the extras that I have in game, so I need to go, I'm sorry, one of the extras that I have in Zmod. I just removed everything, and I'll go fix that later. Regardless, our unit numbers did work, as you can see. They work just like that, and if I change the color on it, you can see them even better. And this is how I wanted them, and yeah. Long story short, that is how you set up unit numbers. I am going to go in and scale them down a little bit because they're a little bit too big for what I like. I will show you a reference of what they're supposed to be like, but that's how you do them. This is how I want them to be like. Mainly the spacing, I don't mind the rest of it. But yeah, that's how you set them up. Good luck. If you have any issues with it or whatnot, reach out to me in a comment. I will do my best to help you.